guys. This is Marianne. Yesterday my mother and I went to go and see Downton Abbey the movie. And can I just say, for second day of release, the number of people that were there were ridiculously small. But I would guess that was because we went during the day. If we went during the evening, something a little different. Now, if you are a fan of Downton Abbey, the series, as I am, this definitely feels like an episode of that, with a lot of the same charm, wit, and everything else you expect from a Downton Abbey episode. Just pulled into about 3 hours. Now, sometimes when they've done something like this, when they've turned a TV series into a movie, the quality isn't necessarily there. But I have to say, this is very much the exception to the rule. The reason I say that is this is actually from a lot of the same creative force that created the series, especially the writer of this particular movie was the same guy that wrote a lot of the episodes and created the series overall. So that's why I'm saying this is exception to the rule. A lot of the same relationships were there, and a lot of it was made a lot stronger. One relationship, or I should say one person that got a bit more of a storyline was Thomas. If you watch the TV series, you are aware that Thomas is gay. Now, back in the 20s, being gay or lesbian was a criminal offense. So all throughout the TV series, he pretty much had to keep that side of him an absolute secret. But in this movie, he got very much a little bit of a storyline. And I have to say, his storyline wasn't the only one we saw. The main storyline which overarched all of this was the arrival of King George the Fifth and his wife, Queen Anne. Now, to a history buff, you're probably thinking, who are they? In reality, they are Queen Elizabeth II's grandparents, so Bertie's mother and father. We do see a little bit of Princess Anne, who I don't know a lot about actually, but this definitely had a lot about that, and that storyline was overarching everything else. So it was pretty much how the family dealt with a royal visit, which would have happened back then, and how the family and also their servants dealt with that. This was so well done, and I think would have captured what it was feeling like to actually have a member of the hierarchy status. I think not so much today, because we see Elizabeth, we see Charles, we see William, Harry, Meghan, Catherine, always on our TV screens. But back then, royalty rarely came to your little hamlet. So it was a big deal for the whole town, and how the servants dealt with the queen and king servants, I thought was dealt very much in their own style. I thought was absolutely brilliantly handled. The costumes were, I think, on point. It really did feel like a episode. That's really my recommendation. You can go into this cold like my mother did, not really knowing a lot about the backstory, a lot of the characters. But if you were a devotee of the series, you definitely get more of like Thomas's backstory, Edith's and Mary's relationship, Tom Branson's sort of his love-hate relationship with anything to do with the English establishment. That will make a lot more sense to a fan. But I think anyone who likes, English drama will seriously get a kick out of this particular movie, which definitely wraps up a lot of storylines, but also left a couple of dangling just in case they want to do a sequel. I'm hoping they do a sequel to this, or even like a TV movie or something like that, or a TV special, just to wrap up a couple of little storylines that were left. So I thought this was brilliant. So have you seen Downton Abbey, either the movie or the TV series? Please write comment section down below, and please subscribe and hit that little bell icon so when I release either one of these movie review blogs or just a regular blog, you'll hear about it. And I can't wait to find out what next gem I'll find to review or post about my life. So I shall see you whenever I post, and I shall see you then. Ciao.